Hey Gemini, welcome to the Crow Tarot. We're going to be doing your first half of March general reading. Before I get started here, I just want to give a huge shout out to my girl over at Black Rose Tarot. If you guys have not already subscribed to her channel, after you're finished watching this, please go over to Black Rose Tarot and subscribe. Let me tell you something. If you vibe with me and the hot mess that I am, you will definitely resonate with her. She gave me a personal reading the other day that blew my mind to the point where I'm literally still picking up pieces of my mind off the floor. That is how mind blown I was from her reading. So definitely go over there and check her out. All right, let's get to it. We're gonna start with an animal energy for y'all like I like to do. So what is the animal energy for Gemini for first half of March? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. What's going on with my Geminis? Ooh, this came up for Aquarius too. Very cool. So this is the Cobra, right? Bam. So this is about, you know, this can be just traditionally a very protective energy. Someone who is very protective of others, okay? But this is also for me about backbone, getting our backbone up to a place where we're coming from a place of, you know, action, not overthinking things. It's almost like, you know, it's like a primal feeling of coming from a place of like a very primal energy where we're not in our heads about things as we can be sometimes as air signs, right? But really coming from a place of gut intuition and just primal action, right? I love it. It's a great way to start. Let's get some tarot for you guys here. Let's see what's going on from my Geminis. First half of March, what's going on? Aha. Okay, got 7 of Swords. So definitely repping the air signs here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So you see how this fox has one eye open? Keep an eye on things. This is that thief in the middle of the day card. This can also be acting outside of one's integrity. This could be you or someone around you. We're going to pull some more cards and see. But that's what this is about, okay? That thief in the middle of the day. Not exactly acting within one's integrity, okay? Sometimes we can be moved to this kind of energy when things in our external circumstances are not going how we want them. That's usually what takes us to this place, okay? A little side note there. What else is going on from a Gemini for first half of March? Please and thank you. What's going on? All right, another swords here. King of Swords, right? So, you know, this energy right here, you know, the King of Swords is, you know, he's a just king. He's fair, but he also doesn't take any bullshit. You know, the difference between this and the Queen of Swords for me, the Queen of Swords is like, okay, I'm going to listen to what you have to say, but if you don't come correct, I will show you the sword. The King of Swords is like, you know what, I don't need to show you an actual sword. The Queen of Swords is actually sitting there with the sword, like ready to strike if she needs to. King of Swords is like, I'm going to use my words as my sword and cut you to ribbons in terms of telling you the truth of things with no sugar on it. So this could be coming up as someone around you, or it could be you, where you're in a moment of really having to see and discern the truth of things, even if it isn't so pleasant. Okay? 2 swords here. Let's get another one from a Gemini. What's going on? Oh, hello. 6 of Cups. I swear, these readings for this first half of March have been so much about love. It's amazing to me. So 6 of Cups, this is about past love. It could denote an age difference as well. I have 3 cards that represent the twin flame dynamic, and this is one of them, right? You might even in this context be looking to your past to gain clarity on your present and even maybe your future. But yeah, there's a nostalgia here, really looking at the past. You might even be thinking about people from the past that you may no longer be in contact with. They might be on your mind. You might be dreaming about them. Again, this can be the harsh truth. You might be looking at your past and going, oh my God. Really taking accountability for things is what I'm getting here. Seriously. Okay. All right. Let's get a clarifier for this Seven of Swords here. Let's do it. Clarifier for the Seven of Swords, please and thank you, from our Gemini. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, cool. This is for that. Okay. So we got 10 of Swords here. Y'all really might be dealing with an Aquarius, some of you, or have Aquarius in your chart, because you're getting some of the similar cards that Aquarians did. Makes sense, fellow air sign and all. So 10 of Swords, this is the ending. This is the end of a cycle, and I want to point something out. Right? Do you see this pretty flower here, this purple flower? Don't know what kind of flower it is. See this purple flower? This is the new life that emerges from the ashes of a completed cycle. You see how he's got all these swords in his back, and it's going to get a little graphic here, but I'm going to go there. The blood that's seeping into the earth from this ending is allowing this new life to emerge. I want to point out the owl here too. The owl is very much about clairvoyance and seeing things clearly, like the King of Swords here. Okay, so the fact that this is clarifying, 10 of Swords to clarify the 7 of Swords here. Yeah, I think that there may have been, remember, these can always be read in reverse, all right? Take it how it resonates. There could have been someone in your energy. It doesn't have to be romantic. This feels like it could be romantic, but it also feels like it could be work-related, to be honest with you. Could have been someone or a dynamic around you where it needed to end because it was not above board. I'm hearing secrets. There could have been things that were not said or secrets that were kept that you found out about or that you just felt intuitively were wrong. And you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm walking away. But this is tough. This is not an ending that it's like, you know, oh, I feel really good about this and I'm going to go forth and prosper. No, this hurts. This shit hurts. Look at that. Ow. 10 of Swords in the back, right? So something, you know, that was not exactly brimming over with integrity has come to an end. A full end, full stop end, right? Now look at what we got for King of Swords here. We got 8 of Pentacles, right? Which is also why I think this could be work-related as well. Could be. But you know, this is really about putting in the work, putting the focus back on yourself. But I really think that you guys are going to be realizing things about how you spend your time. Are you spending your time in a way that is most conducive for your goals? Does that make sense? I think you might even be taking time to, again, it feels like you really might be looking at your past in order to move forward, looking at your past to give context to your present. That's what this feels like. It really does. Okay, let's get a clarifier for this 6 of Cups, why don't we? Let's do it. 6 of Cups. Wow. Ace of Cups. To clarify the 6 of Cups. I love this. Okay, so this for me, you know, represents great love. Of course it does. But for me, this is about self-love, filling up your own cup. You know, I'm hearing this because in the traditional deck, the 6 of Cups, you know, has like a little boy and a little girl, and the little boy is giving a cup with a flower in it to the little girl. So it is about children for me in a way. And that's what I'm hearing in this context. I want you to think back to what you loved and enjoyed as a child. What did you do where you look up and the time just flew? And maybe time to recapture your sense of joy, honey, and your self-love, right? I really think that whatever changes you're going to, or this truth that you're awakening to about others and or yourself, I really, the more that you can look at it through a lens of pure love, the better. Are you doing what you love to do? Are you surrounding yourself with people that are of a high love vibration? Okay? I'm hearing that it's time to get back to what you loved as a kid, or loving like you've never known hurt before. Because, you know, when we're a child, or we fall in love for the first time when we're a little bit older, you know, it's different than how it is afterwards, after we go through heartbreak and loss, right? It's time to recapture that sense of like loving like you've never known hurt before. And I feel like this is about partnership. I also feel like it's about work. It's going to be different for everybody, you know. Okay? I love it. Interesting. They're telling me something. If any, I swear, like these readings today, all about the love. If any of you are watching this and there is someone from your past that's been on your mind or that you've been missing, and you do want to manifest them back, your ticket to do that is through filling up your own cup, showing yourself all the self-love, and that's going to bring them back in energetically if it's meant to be. Okay? They just told me that. That could be for just a handful of people, but that's what I heard. They said, girl, don't move on till you say this thing. I said, okay. All right. Let's get an oracle. I'm feeling like this deck right here. Let's get an oracle for you guys. From the Geminis. Let's do it. I need to know for the first half of March, please and thank you. Oh, karma. Do you see these little snakes? Do you see the snake action that is going on here in this reading? Snakes are about healing, honeys. They're about healing. Do you see how this looks like it's a double helix? Right? DNA, double helix. Yeah, this ending, you know, these things that you're going through right now, it is a part of your path and plan. But whatever has come to an end or is about to, or the writing is on the wall about an ending, whether it be a partnership or work partnership or whatever have you, even family-wise, this is meant to be right now. It's okay. It's just a part of, you know, your life path here. But again, I want to go back to this. This is really about, do you remember what I said about taking a look back at your childhood and really thinking about what made you happy then? How were you before you knew the pain of heartbreak and all of those good things? Before you got an adult job, did you want to color all day as a kid? When they asked you what you wanted to be in kindergarten, what was your answer? There's a clue in that. And if you are not doing something that is even remotely related to that right now, maybe it's just something to think about. Okay? Let's say that they asked you what you wanted to be in kindergarten. You said you wanted to be an astronaut. Well, the ship may have sailed on being an astronaut, but what did that represent for you? Was it that you wanted to go and explore new places? Right? Think about it like that. And are you doing something that fulfills your sense of wonder and exploration and adventure? Are you getting that need met? Right? I got to bring this up too because this does speak of family. You know, this might even be related to family members. They might even be holding up a mirror to things. They're telling me this. You might even find out a truth about a family member or something within a family dynamic or family history. Could be just for a couple of you. That's a little hard to hear, but it's necessary. It may even ignite this healing process. But yeah, it definitely is going to be some healing that comes along right now. But I'm hearing this, you know, to heal is a choice. We can put that shit off forever. Like, I'm feeling a lot of this, especially as an air sign, right? You're like, oh my God, like this is really hurting me. I know that I need to like see the truth of it, get to work on gaining clarity around this, put the attention and focus back on me and fill up my own cup, but I really don't have time for that right now. So let me just put that off till later. Let me tell you something. What you resist persists. This is not going away. So please be open to the opportunity that this presents, you know, to start a new chapter, to end one thing and begin another. I have to tell you, I know this reading has been a little intense, but it does feel inherently positive. It does feel inherently like this is meant to happen at this time, the closing out of a cycle so that a new one can emerge from the bloody battleground. Owl, about clairvoyance and clear seeing, just like the King of Swords. That keeps coming up. You might even want to think about if you are seeing things clearly. Are you seeing things from an ego perspective or from an intuitive perspective? Something to think about. Okay? All right. You know what? Let's get an archangel message for y'all. I feel like we could use a spoonful of sugar to help this medicine go down. Yep, yep, yep. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. What is the message from a Gemini? Wow, I want one more. Tell him to get two. Oh, whoa. Whoa, okay. Teaching and learning Archangel Zadkiel. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. I'm going to tell you what this feels like right now. It feels like a couple of things. Do you remember how we were talking about really seeing things clearly and how this could be involved with like a family dynamic of some sort? Doesn't have to be, but it feels, you know, DNA karma, all of this good stuff, but this can be relationship too. But I really think that you're going to be called to share these things that you are realizing with those around you for some reason. Once you wake up to the truth of what is not working or things that have been hidden that are coming to the light, you're going to be called to actually like share what you see with others. It's going to be important somehow because you have this opportunity for healing that's going to come out of this truth and this ending here, right? And there are going to be others around you that maybe you're not quite there. And I kind of feel like you're going to look to them and be like, listen, this is the truth of things. This is the reality of the situation. Come along on this ride with me. That's what this feels like. Feels very, it feels important. I think that could be part of the greater reason that you're even going through this right now. And they're drawing my attention back to the Cobra energy as well. Remember what I said about backbone? You're going to have an opportunity here to speak your truth about the truth that you discern and acknowledge it and recognize it and integrate it into your life. Don't accept less than you deserve either. I just heard that. And guess what? You also got the leadership card, Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. That is exactly what I was just saying. Teaching and learning and leadership. Guys, this really could be about work and or family and relationship. It feels like it's going to resonate differently for different people, but it feels like the theme is very much the same here. I do think that you're being called to a position of leadership in terms of sharing your newfound perspective on something. And maybe that's also the greater reason why this has to happen. I do feel like there's a relief in this, though. There is a relief in this. And listen, you know, we got the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups here, right? It feels like you guys are adulting really hard right now. Adulting really hard, dealing with some very adult situations and truth and dynamics. And your enlightenment, your clear seeing around the situation, can come from looking at it through your younger self's eyes. That's what this feels like, you guys. But it is time to put the attention and focus back on your own healing so that you can turn around and help others because of it. So you can't put that healing off. You cannot put this off. It's just going to come back around in a different way later on when you probably have even less time to deal with it than you do now. Seriously, though. You know what? I'm feeling one more. They're like, no, there's more to say. Get one more. Get one more from a Gemini's. This Cobra, they're telling me this Cobra takes no bullshit, okay? Neither does the King of Swords. This feels very important to emphasize. Okay, let's get a last message from my Gemini's here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, there's that spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. Celebration. Celebration. I also want to point out the butterflies here, air animal here, as an air sign, okay? Yeah, remember how I said that this feels inherently positive somehow, even though this feels a little like, and I want to draw your attention to something too. You know, the snake is, very much live on the ground, obviously, and then we've got air. So I do feel like you're going to feel like you're drudged and kind of down in the dirt around all of this muck coming up here and the truths that are going to be revealed. And these truths can be about yourself and for yourself and or around others around you. Does that make sense? But listen, this healing is going to yield all the gifts in the world, and you're going to feel as light as a feather, light as a butterfly, light as a light being, honey. It's just going to be all good. Look at how fabulous she is. Not a care in the world, like a child, right? That's what this is. All of this hard work, this, sort of implies, it's about choices. This is just how this energy is right now during this reading, but you have a choice. as to how you deal with it. You can either confront it head on, you know, get your backbone up here and deal with it and strike like the cobra and insist on no bullshit, right? Or you can delay it for another day. But if you choose to confront this head on and deal with these energies like that from a place of clairvoyance, self-love, and intuition, it's going to be a big old celebration for you. And it's going to be healing karma that was due to heal at this time. That's it. I love it, you guys. This feels like a very important and ripe time for you. I so hope that this was of help to you guys. I so hope it resonated with you. If it wasn't, it did. I am now available for personal readings again. I took a little break there for a minute, needed a break. But now I'm back. If you want a little bit more clarity on how to navigate through these energies, all of the info is in the About Me section. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching, Gemini, and thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.